So Nike execs out there in Portland, Oregon are scrambling right now because it looks like they're doing some damage control because unfortunately, it looks like some people are acting up over there at the Nike campus. So we don't got to regurgitate this story once again about Nike star athlete Ja Morant, but we do want to talk about the latest update. So according to ESPN, Memphis Grizzlies guard Ja Morant has entered a counseling program in Florida and remains without a timetable on a return to the NBA season, sources told ESPN on Monday. Morant has been seeking assistance for what he described in a statement as a need to get help and work on learning better methods of dealing with stress and my overall well-being, which has taken him out of Memphis on a leave from the team, sources said. So we have here a headache for Nike executives, which they probably thought that this situation wasn't going to blow up to the proportions that it did. I'm sure they were thinking this would be just something easy that they could sweep under the rug, but it looks like this situation is turning out to be a lot bigger, and it's looking like a lot bigger of a headache for Nike executives. So it's crazy that they're sending this man to behavioral therapy or something like that. And Florida, of all places, come on, I live in Florida. This is no place to send somebody who's flashing a gun on Instagram Live. So what are they trying to do? Send him to Scare for Straight for Adults? Like, I don't really know how this is going to help. I mean, this is a young man. Really, the only thing that he could do is just change his mentality and mindset, because one thing I can guarantee, if Ja Morant was a 30-year-old man, he definitely wouldn't be acting the way he's acting. And it feels like in today's age, fame may be an even bigger drug than money itself. It seems like some people will go out of their ways to protect a brand or an image that they're trying to portray. And I just think it's a sign of immaturity. And I feel like this is something that's not too big of a situation that we need to blow out of proportion. And I think Ja Morant will be fine and he'll have a great career moving forward. Now, it looks like Nike execs, on top of the whole Ja Morant issue, it looks like they have another situation on their hands as allegations are hitting Tom Sachs. So it says boundaries, issues, Underwear-Clad Nike meeting, and more. Now, I have no clue who this gentleman Tom Sachs is, other than the general purpose shoes and those Mars Rover shoes with Nike, you know, those hyped up collabs. But other than that, I have no clue who this guy is. But from this image here, I could say that he's kind of giving me Jeffrey Dahmer vibes. But besides that, he is innocent until proven guilty. But let's go ahead and see what they're talking about. So it says, longtime Nike collaborator Tom Sachs is facing allegations of harboring a hostile studio environment that some workers describe as scary, according to Curb. We are all very scared of Tom. This job ruined the art industry for me. My psychiatrist had a field day, a former studio fabricator tells the publication. The report, which Curb says is based on interviews with over a dozen former employees, including claims of the studio's cult-like tendencies, diet and fitness regimens, matching outfits, strict communication guidelines, as well as more troubling allegations against Sachs. So far, I mean, this just sounds like your typical job in America. I don't know what was the issue so far. So it says employees describe Sachs throwing objects at them and calling people names like autistic, retarded, and bitch, all of which were denied by Sachs, along with the majority of other allegations. I saw him throw a sheet of steel across the room because someone had left it in the wrong place, and it almost hit a tank of welding gas. And when I went to the studio manager to say, hey, he threw something towards me, her response was, well, at least he didn't throw it at you. He used to throw stuff at people, a fabricator told Curb. See, at least he didn't throw it at you. I mean, come on now. It doesn't sound too bad. At least you're getting paid fair wages, right? At least you're not working in a sweatshop for pennies a day. A former administrative worker tells Curb that Sachs called into a Zoom meeting with Nike female employees while wearing his underwear. The same employee said Sachs had a type once, pointing at her and telling her, toddler, see, this is what we call, what? Goddess, this is what we call that. All right. Yeah, he took it too far right there. Now, in terms of the Zoom meeting in his underwear, I really see nothing wrong with that. A lot of people have gotten accustomed to this kind of work at home setting, and I'm sure a lot of professionals have taken Zoom meetings in their underwear. I mean, you never know what they're wearing. I mean, you just see them from the top up, so they could be dressed in a full suit and be completely naked underneath. Sachs is said to have nicknamed a storage closet the room, renaming it to the consent room in 2016. There are also claims of pornography being a repeated subject of discussion in the workplace and an overall lack of boundaries. All right, so yeah, this is where I draw the line. I can't defend you anymore, Mr. Sachs. With all due respect, these are just allegations, but it looks like Nike has some more damage control to deal with. And now I kind of understand why Nike has never bowed down to their partners and creators. At the end of the day, it's a business. And now I see why Nike is clearly running the game. They're on top of everything because they know exactly how to handle these situations. When it comes to an athlete like Ja Morant, which they have millions invested in, they're just going to brush things away and say that they're concerned and happy that he's taking the right steps for his mental health. We've yet to see the statement that they issued here for Mr. Tom Sachs, but this is someone that Nike could just quickly brush under the rug by just saying that they, do not condone his actions and can just get bruh out of their whole ecosystem. But on the other hand, the Tom Sachs general purpose shoes have been a hit for Nike as of lately. So let's see how they respond and handle this whole situation. But once again, more damage control for the big check mark. Let me know what you guys think down below.